In this video, I'm going to answer one major question. Exactly how much profit will 5,000 chickens bring in over a single year? I'm going to use the massive coops that hold 500 chickens each. You could go with the standard game options, but for a project like this, it's better to build as big as possible. Next, I bought myself a solid plow and a much more powerful tractor, and now my goal is to plow the field and make it absolutely massive. I decided that buying feed would be way too expensive, so I want to try growing all the necessary wheat myself. I had no idea how huge of an area I needed to prepare for this plan, so I expanded the starting plot 5 times over. I hope that'll be enough. Now, I need to sow the wheat. I bought the largest seeder available, which has a seed and fertilizer compartment 3 times larger than my tractor. Filling it up with seeds was a challenge in itself. After that, I had to attach the front tank to the seeder, and of course, nothing was working. It turned out they had to be swapped around. After a lot of suffering, I finally got it attached, only to run into 2 new problems. First, it's the wrong month for planting, and second, my tractor is completely underpowered for this equipment. I had to shell out for a new, stronger one. I spent the next 30 minutes just enjoying the process and staring at this endless field. And it's such a relief that even the most difficult tasks eventually come to an end. It's time to place the chicken coops. Each one costs $60,000. I'm trying to place them neatly and perfectly straight, but as always, they're slightly tilted. I laid down some roads and set up lighting. Everything is almost ready for the next stage. After waiting a bit for our wheat to grow, it needs to be fertilized. For such a massive job, I'm buying the biggest piece of equipment available, and just look at how much territory it can cover. Guys, the time has finally come. The harvest is ready. There are a few small patches and some rocks, but hopefully they won't mess with the harvesting process. For a job like this, you need king-tier machinery. Just look at this beauty. Incredible power, 20,000 liters of storage, and a header that's over 15 meters wide. The next stage begins. Wish me luck. I'm going to be stuck here for a long time. After filling the first hopper, I realized I needed equipment to transport the wheat from the field to the grain elevator and then into the chickens' feeders. I decided not to cheap out here, but I did make one mistake, which I'll tell you about a little later. I bought a grain elevator for $80,000 and rushed to the harvester to unload. The process is pretty quick, and then I can jump back into the harvester. And this is where the problem started. I loaded 57 tons into my trailer, and man, did I mess up by choosing a semi-truck with road tires. You have no idea how much I regretted that decision. Driving on a field with those tires is absolute torture. So I'll just pull the harvester to the edge of the field and unload there. The first harvest goes into the elevator while I continue this exhausting and long grind. And I'm so happy that even a task this complicated eventually comes to an end. And all of this is for you guys. Look at the harvester. It looks like it just rolled out of a swamp, and it was just a field. I gathered a little over 200,000 liters of wheat. Will it be enough for our chickens? I can only hope. It takes 14,000 liters of wheat to fill one coop. Multiply that by 10, and you get 140,000. I'll have a 60,000 liter buffer, and if the feed runs out, it's going to be a real bummer. My current task is to drive to each coop and deliver the feed. Shortly after, we start buying the chickens. The first time, I messed up a bit and bought 250 roosters. Soon after, I came to my senses and reduced the number to 10 and 490 hens. This is what a finished coop looks like, where all that's left is to wait. I repeated the procedure 9 more times, and I got so carried away that it started to rain. I suggest we go to sleep. We have plenty of time. New day, new opportunities. It's time to collect the first pallets of chicken eggs. I've got the right trailer for that, and I'll be loading them with a small skid steer loader. It's just perfect for grabbing 2 pallets at once. The work isn't exactly fast, but it's meditative. I need to collect 7 pallets from under each coop. I'll get back to you once I'm done with this. Guys, I've already loaded 3 layers of pallets. I feel like there's going to be a ton of money here, but I don't want to sell everything right now. I'll risk stacking them even higher, and then we'll find out if I can fit all the pallets and sell them at once. Three months later, we've got a lot of work again. This time, I need bigger equipment to load the 5th and 6th layers of pallets. I'm buying a large wheel loader and continuing to stack our future cash. Just look at the pile I've built. And this is just in half a year. Unfortunately, my predictions regarding the feed were wrong. It only lasted for half of our experiment. There's nothing to do about it. I'll either have to double our income or I'll have to deal with the field again, which, to be honest, I really don't want to do, as it takes too long. We're selling all the chickens, which are now 13 months old. Reminder, I bought them at 6 months so they could start laying eggs immediately. Let's finally get to the moment you've all been waiting for since the beginning of this video, the payday. 7 layers of pallets. It's just incredible. I had to wait a bit until the prices hit their peak, and let's start selling. We got $336,000. If we double that amount, it turns out to be about $673,000 per year. Pretty decent money. But let's calculate my expenses. 10 coops at $60,000 each equals $600,000. Let's add the feed. We need almost 300,000 liters for a full year. That's roughly between $250,000 and $500,000. Which is exactly how much we would have made just by selling the wheat. Plus, we lose $270,000 just to buy those 5,000 chickens. How many years do you need to not just earn money, but at least break even on our investment? Let me explain. I did the math and got these numbers. Our venture will only start paying off in the 4th year, and it will bring us about $300,000 per year, considering that the other $300,000 it generates is eaten up by the feed. That's how it is. To be honest, I'm really disappointed, and I wouldn't recommend doing this on higher difficulty levels. Thanks for watching. Support my efforts by subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.